At the screed pump, the technician set up the water butt, water hose, fibres for the screed mix and flexi-dry additive. The screed pump is started and 50% of the sand for the mix is loaded, followed by all the cement. For this project, flexi-dry F1 accelerated screed additive is used, which allows the final floor finishes to be installed after just 7 days. The dosage of the flexi-dry additive can be increased or decreased to achieve dry times of 7, 14 and 21 days, giving the ability to dry the screed in line with actual project timescales required to meet completion dates with one product. This unique benefit, only achievable with flexi-dry, can potentially lead to significant cost savings and also giving flexibility and the control back to the main contractor. A measuring jug is used to carefully dose the correct amount of flexi-dry for each mix, and this is added to the water with the fibres in the mixing bucket. This mixture is then transferred into the mixing vessel at this point. The balance of the sand is added with further water as necessary to achieve the plastic consistency. Being a low concentrated liquid additive, flexi-dry reduces the transport and handling costs both on and off site. Mixing the flexi-dry screed system on site means there is minimal waste, saving costs and giving a reduction in landfill. Plus, it is 100% whole life recyclable. Once the mix is at the consistency level required, the screed is sent through the pipes where it is received by the technician through the tripod, who then places the screed in the desired locations within the working area. As a general rule, the base of the working area is covered with screed to ensure the underfloor heating pipes are protected from damage during the screeding operation. As a precaution, the screeding specialist will carry a tacker gun to clip back any pipes if they become disturbed. The technician might also place some timber boards down for added protection. The technician places a screed pad under the datum level and measures down to the required point. The laser level measuring tool is set up from this pad and then used to transfer the imaginary line to set up other pads at the required points around the area to be screeded. Using a rule between these pads, the screed is levelled around the perimeter of the area. The technician fills in the middle of the area with screed and using the rule to level and push the screed forward, giving adequate compaction. This requires considerable force to ensure the screed is compacted throughout its depth. Screed depths over 75 mm are recommended to be laid in layers of 50 mm, then rolled for compaction and raked to provide adequate key for the additional layers. It is necessary for this to be carried out whilst the screed is fresh. Screeds over 75 mm thick are recommended to incorporate a larger single-sized aggregate at a rate of approximately 20% so as to reduce the amount of water taken up in the mix. After using the rule to level the screed in a section, the technician, using his float and trowel to produce the desired finish, continues throughout the available areas. With its increased compaction, the flexi-dry screed system enables improved thermal conductivity, making it ideally suited to underfloor heating systems. It can also be laid at a reduced thickness on insulation and underfloor heating pipes, therefore using less screed, so less cement, saving CO2 emissions, making it better for the environment, as 1.25 tonnes of CO2 are expelled in the production of every 1 tonne of cement. Once the area to be screeded is complete and the finish is satisfactory, the screed is cut off at 90 degrees to form a day joint. Mesh can be laid to reinforce the joint and helps to restrain lateral movement at the abutment. Once all areas have been completed, all tools are removed from the working area and it is then cleaned by the technician. The screed pump and pipes are washed out and the pump is cleaned. The screed pipes are wrapped up and loaded into the work truck and the mixing area is cleaned. Any excess flexi-dry, fibres and cement is removed and bulk sand is offered to third parties for use or placed into the skip as a last resort. Once laid, flexi-dry screed allows foot traffic in just 12 hours, compared to 24 to 48 hours for flowing floor screed and traditional sand and cement screed, allowing the following trades more freedom of movement to the working area. It also does not need curing after laying, saving material and labour costs. The following day, the completed areas are checked by the technician in conjunction with the site manager. The pressure gauge fitted to the underfloor heating manifold is checked to ensure the pipes are still pressurised and the reading level similarly recorded in the pre-start checklist. The pressure level may have fallen slightly due to the expansion of the underfloor heating pipes change in the water temperature. Screed levels are checked along with the surface regularity, and once established all is satisfactory, the post-completion checklist is jointly signed off. The technician provides the site manager with the maintenance sheet to ensure the main contractor understands their responsibility with regards to protecting the screed so best possible performance is achieved and to prevent any wear or damage. The site manager signs to confirm he has received the information and the screeded area is now handed back to the client. If CSC are protecting the floor, then a further sign-off would take place upon completion of the installation of the protection. Moisture readings should always be taken prior to the application of sensitive finishes. These readings can be taken after the mix design has expired and should be a carbide bomb test. Care should always be taken to protect the screeded area from re-watering by ensuring it is watertight, policing wet trades, plumbing leaks, etc., as this will then revert the screed to a standard dry time, or may even delay it further, depending on the level of saturation.